This is horrible.
2 dogs chained up all day in their owner's yard. Janet Olson says this is animal cruelty, and it's got to stop.
Look at the condition he's in. He's again, worn a path around the tree. If it's not a dog whose soul has been destroyed, who's gone crazy from the isolation, the frustration, the boredom, they will bounce around, they'll jump up and down, they'll bark at you, and they'll go, see me, please somebody pay attention to me. They desperately want your attention, they desperately want to be with people, they want affection, they want love, they want to be a part of the family, anybody's family. Come on, let's go.
There are a couple of things about Olson's activism that may surprise you. One is just how far she'll go. She started her own charity, A Better Life Dog Rescue, and spends more than $30,000 a year of her own money to keep it going, finding safe homes for dogs like these. But police believe her compassion has crossed the line. She faces 38 criminal charges for entering yards and stealing dogs.
We're not talking about dogs just simply being chained and penned and that are well cared for. We're talking about, in certain cases that we've had alleged accusations, we're talking about dogs being starved, nearly starved to death, having tumors over their body, having injuries and illnesses that are being unattended to, dogs that are suffering.
It's interesting because these are animals, right? It's hard to determine an animal's property. It's hard for us to think about that. But at the end of the day, these dogs belong to other people, like a VCR would belong to another person. And our investigators follow a process that they would with any investigation.
He'll get probably adopted this week.
We wondered what the SPCA thought of Olson's campaign. Turns out they agree with her to a point.
Dogs are social animals by nature, and leaving them isolated for long periods of time is simply cruel.
But doing something about it, well, that's complicated.
Under the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act, there's no specific requirement that sets out you must let an animal off tether, for example, every 6 hours, or bans tethering completely.
That is why Olson feels justified to take the law into her own hands. Which leads us to this, her day job, the one that allows her to keep her rescue society going. She's an Air Canada pilot, flying Boeing 777s like this one headed to Hong Kong. A profession that is all about rules and regulations, from her uniform to the safety of her passengers.
I follow those rules and regulations when they are the right thing to do, when they are the proper thing to do, when they are the safe thing to do, when they are the moral thing to do. But when a rule and regulation is immoral, I think it's not just me, but I think we're all obligated to not obey immoral laws.
And while she's sure she'll beat the criminal charges, she's also hoping she won't go to trial until after she retires in a year and a half. So you're the one person in British Columbia that's happy about how slow the court system is.
Yes. The slower the better for me. Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to speed this process up at all.
In the meantime, she'll try to change the law. Next month, she goes to City Council in the Vancouver suburb of Surrey to try to make it illegal to keep dogs tied up or penned all day. Ian Hannamansing, CBC News, Surrey, British Columbia.